Man, literally, one day after the season's over and we still can't get through this shit. It's literally 24/7 with this damn team when it comes to drama. It's like we're a drug addict. We're addicted to drama.
We can't catch a freaking break, man. Seriously. As you guys know, you guys may have heard the story. You guys may have heard the report. The reason why Antonio Brown missed the Bengals game this Sunday was because, well, the original reason was because he had a supposed knee injury and he was questionable to play.
But then today, reports came out that wasn't a lie, and he was benched Sunday against the Bengals because he had an altercation last Wednesday during practice with apparently Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, apparently he got into a heated argument, heated dispute with him at some sort of practice or some sort of warm-up or whatever, and he threw a football at him. And Mike Tomlin came up with this bullshit-ass fucking story that said that he had a knee injury instead of just telling the truth and everything.
Exactly. I don't understand why you're going to make something up for a player who's being unprofessional. That right there, that doesn't sit well for me. It really doesn't.
Apparently Antonio Brown came to the game prepared to play, and apparently he left halfway through the game and everything. So this is like, this team is all over the place, man. Like, I don't understand what the fuck's up with this team. It's first of all, we all know this is totally unsteer-like, man. Like I don't know, man. What the hell has this team turned into? You know, you would never see or hear or think about anything of this when it comes to the Steelers years ago, man. 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago. And now, here we are, a fucking mess, undisciplined, uncoachable, unable to make the playoffs, drama all over the place. What the fuck?
It's ridiculous.
We thought we were done with this shit, man. We got rid of Bryant and his bullshit. We got rid of Bell and his bullshit. And it just won't stop. I thought it was over after that. But no, earlier this season, Ben was throwing the receivers under the bus and shit. And then I have Tony Brown continuing to be a fucking drama queen. And like, huge shout out to him. Like Steel Maiden says, a diva, which I couldn't agree more at this moment.
Yeah, seriously.
Really, like he got fucking. He got pissed and threw a football at his teammate because he disagreed with him. Really?
Listen.
And he missed out on Saturday's, what was it? Was it a warm-up or was it a team meeting or something? It was something on Saturday.
He missed a team meeting on Saturday. Listen, Antonio Brown. Just because you're a star player doesn't mean that everything needs to go your way. All right? Football is a team sport, not a one-player sport.
Right.
It is a team sport. You must communicate well with whoever your quarterback is.
Exactly.
Whoever your coach is. Whoever whatever team you're with.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. And again, you know, this all falls back to, and I don't mean to follow back on it, but seriously, man, it's becoming more fucking obvious, man. Mike Tomlin cannot control the fucking locker room. He cannot control his players. He is a team fucking, or he is a player's coach. He's a team player coach, or whatever the fucking term is, man. Like, basically what I'm trying to say is he can't control the locker room, and this is becoming more obvious by the day, by the week.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a few words out of Terry Bradshaw's mouth. He's a cheerleader.
He is.
Tomlin is a cheerleader. I mean, he cannot control the locker room. We're being dead serious about this. I mean, just look at James Harrison when he was with the team, right? He was falling asleep during meetings. Tomlin literally did nothing about it. I mean, he benched him, but...
Now, granted, and yes, I am joking here. Now, granted, I would not want to wake up James Harrison when he is sleeping. I mean, that's just me. I mean, if I'm a smart person, I'm not waking up James Harrison, Debo himself, while he's sleeping. I mean, that's just me.
Right, of course, but James Harrison was falling asleep during meetings, and Tomlin really did nothing about it.
Yeah, let's be serious, man. James Harrison was falling asleep during meetings. He didn't do shit.
Le'Veon Bell missed a team meeting a week before the Jacksonville game last season for the divisional round. Tomlin did nothing about it. And now Tony Brown's doing this shit, and then he makes up some sort of fake fucking injury instead of being honest, saying, hey, this player's being unprofessional in these practices and these team meetings. This guy may not play because of how he's acting. But no, he goes out and it says a fake injury when it was fucking shown that he was never fucking injured.
Seriously.
So why not just go out there and tell the damn truth? Why make up a fucking injury for a player who is being unprofessional?
Exactly. And
you be a professional coach and tell the damn truth. Because no matter what, the truth's going to come out. That's just how social media is nowadays.
Exactly. And he should know that, man. And it doesn't matter who it is, man. I don't give a fuck if it's goddamn Peyton Manning in that 2013 season, man. If they're doing something wrong, you do something about it. Seriously. You need to start disciplining these players, man. Like, Art Rooney II needs to open his fucking eyes, man. Basically, because, and I understand that we're going too deep into this discussion when we could be doing the mock draft. As you guys can tell by the title, this is a 3-round mock draft.
Well, we're just giving our full-fledged thoughts about this first.
And because of this, this will play into effect into the mock draft, just so you guys know. Let's just get right into it, man.
I mean, there's really not much to say. It's just that Tomlin needs to, if he's still the head coach, it's more likely he will. He really needs to control his locker room because this shit's fucking chaotic year in and year out.
Right, and Tony Brown just needs to fucking chill, man. Like, I don't get the fucking dispute. I don't get the fucking, bullshit.
Yeah, Tony Brown legitimately was acting like a drama queen Wednesday.
If we didn't think that this shit could get any fucking worse. Come on, man. Seriously, this team is all over the fucking place, and it's like I don't know, man. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
we need to start taking control of this immediately because this is fucking crazy. Otherwise, we're gonna be in some pretty down years, man, down the road.
Exactly. So we better take care of it right fucking now.
Seriously, man. And honestly, this mock draft could very well be the start of that, man. There comes a time where. Mike Tomlin, Kevin Colbert, and Art Rooney II say enough is enough, man. We gotta grow some balls. We gotta be aggressive, man. We gotta make some fucking moves, and we gotta take control of the locker room, man. We gotta discipline these players, man. Seriously.
Exactly.
This mock draft does it here.
And sometimes you have to take out those star players that, no matter what, they are fantastic on the field, but sometimes you gotta take that drama off your field because that's what's distracting you from your main goal. And here's what we got here. The Pittsburgh Steelers trade away Antonio Brown to the Oakland Raiders for the 4th overall pick.
A few things. One, I understand that we could possibly get more out of Antonio Brown. Many people might say we could get 2 first-round picks out of him, maybe 2 from the Raiders this year, or 1 next year and 1 this year, or we could get more picks out of that. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you. I feel like we definitely can. But honestly, I feel like the 4th-round pick is just enough. I feel like Antonio Brown is definitely worth a lot more. And I think we could definitely get a lot more out of him. But then again, you look at the Santonio Holmes situation. We only got a 5th, 6th round pick out of him.
I believe so.
When he was just the Super Bowl MVP, man. So now of course Antonio Brown is much different than Santonio Holmes. Obviously, I do feel like he is the best receiver in the league. And I do think we could get more out of him. But getting the 4th overall pick would not. Basically what I'm saying, I would not complain much about it.
Right, so, I mean, it's the 4th overall pick. It's a high fucking pick.
Right, now, because of the situation, do we want Antonio Brown traded? Kinda.
I'm a little back and forth on the situation. I wouldn't mind it because, I mean, if we do trade Antonio Brown, I mean, to be honest, I would be a little upset, but you gotta think, the Steelers develop receivers like it's their damn job. They do a fantastic job developing wide receivers.
Their history of developing wide receivers is fucking insane, man. I'm just going to go down the list here. Lynn Swann, John Stallworth, Lewis Lips, what's his name? Yancey Thigpen, man. Plaxico Burress, Hines Ward, Santonio Holmes, Antoine Randall L., fucking Nate Washington, fucking, what's his name? Mike Wallace.
Wallace, Antonio Brown, Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, Antonio Brown was a 6th-round pick, and look what the star he's become. And then you can't forget guys like Martavis Bryant, Marcus Wheaton, hell, even Sammy Coates. Need I go on?
Now look how Juju's been doing.
Juju.
Now look at the possibility.
Eli Rogers is another one. He was undrafted.
Look at the possibility of Ryan Switzer, dude. Like, seriously, we develop receivers like it's our fucking job. We are like, that is the most valuable position in this team's history.
Right.
Wide receiver.
Seriously, and it's we have a rich history of just developing and drafting receivers, man. So, and we love our wide receivers, man. So honestly, now yes, is Antonio Brown a game changer? Is he a valuable player? Is he a difference maker? Is he a big player? Would it suck to lose him? Would it hurt us losing him? Yes.
Yes, of course.
But it would not be hard to replace him. And the way I see it, defense wins championships. So, with the 4th overall pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Devon White, inside linebacker out of LSU. Self-explanatory. We like linebackers on wide receivers for some reason. I think we need to step away from that, but either way, we still need a sideline-to-sideline speed, or someone who has sideline-to-sideline speed type linebacker who can stop the run, that can cover, that can tackle very aggressively
and make some turnovers, and that is who Devon White could very well be for this team. The guy is a beast. He is arguably the best linebacker coming into the draft.
Yeah, he is insane. He has incredible speed, probably the fastest linebacker in this draft. That could be arguable. He has great tackling ability, great coverage skills.
He's a very consistent tackler as well.
He is great in the run support. He's very aggressive. He's very strong. He's a very smart player. He's a very intelligent and aware player.
And he is a guy that can definitely cover that middle, because with Shazier out, you can definitely see that is a big missing key to this defense.
Absolutely.
With Devon White in there, he can easily cover up that middle.
Absolutely.
Easily.
Absolutely. Devon White would be a hell of a pick. And yes, I understand. Yes. The Steelers don't trade up. I understand. I agree. The Steelers don't trade up. We rarely trade up. The last time we traded up was for Antonio Holmes. I agree. But again, like I said, there comes a time where Colbert, Tomlin, and Art Rooney III or Art Rooney II fucking grow a pair, and there comes a time where they say enough is enough, man. You know, we got to fix these situations immediately. And speaking of that, man, why the fuck does Keith Butler still have a job as we speak? Dude, the fucking Falcons are cleaning house outside of Dan Quinn. The Cardinals clean house. The Jets just released Todd Bowles, or fired Todd Bowles. The Bengals just fired Marvin Lewis.
The Bengals of all fucking teams, they had Lewis for 15 fucking years. 15 years of failure, and they finally fucking pulled the trigger and released Marvin Lewis. Why can't we do the same with Keith Butler?
And here we sit with Keith Butler still on this team for some reason.
I don't get it. There comes a time where you need to grow a pair and make some desperate changes and make some big opportunities.
As of right now, it seems like it's the same old shit. But there comes a time where they gotta say enough is enough. I swear to God, I hope it is this offseason. It has to be. Otherwise, we're going to be in for some serious down years, and some of Ben's best and last years are going to be wasted.
Exactly.
As well as all this team and all this talent. This year was a big fucking example. We cannot allow that. We cannot keep up with this.
Exactly.
Now, depending on how you look at it, some down years could be a good thing, because even after our 70s dynasty, we did have some down years, and even when Cowher first stepped in, and even after Super Bowl 30, we did have some down years, and we built up the team a little bit. You know,
sometimes you have to fail to win. Sometimes you have to lose to win.
Seriously, you know, and I wouldn't mind that whatsoever. You know, if we have some down years if we have some down years to rebuild a team, that's fine. You know, we've done it before, but I'm just saying that with the talent that we have now, there's no reason why we shouldn't succeed.
Exactly.
So, and then there comes time where we gotta make a move, and trading Antonio Brown to Oakland Raiders for the 4th overall pick and picking up Devon White would be a phenomenal fucking move, in my opinion. And like I said, man, Antonio Brown can easily be replaced. We can resign Eli Rogers.
So, you said it several times, even when, you know, there was talks of Le'Veon Bell trades, you know. Sometimes you got to get rid of the best to be the best, especially for our defense. Our defense, no matter what ranking it is pure garbage.
Yes.
Mainly the secondary.
Defense wins championships, man. I stick to it. I mean, if you look at all our rings, man.
And seriously, just look at our offense. Even with AB, we're still good. I mean, we played down to Cincinnati, but that's a normal Mike Tomlin kind of fucking thing.
That's the Mike Tomlin effect. But if you look at it, man, we've succeeded without Brown before. The 2016 divisional round game against the fucking Broncos at Denver speaks out, man. We had Fumble Fitzgerald Toussaint. We had Martavis Bryant. We had Marcus Wheaton. We had Sammy Coates as those receivers. Ben still threw for over 300 yards, and we nearly beat the number 1 defense in that very game.
I might remind you, Ben also had an injured shoulder, and we almost won.
We can do well without Antonio Brown. Hell, we almost beat the Patriots last year without Antonio Brown. He played like maybe half of the first quarter, and then he was injured. And then we nearly beat him.
We can win games without Antonio Brown, just like we can win games without Le'Veon Bell. It can be proven.
They're two totally different situations and everything, and I understand. Antonio Brown may open up a lot of things for his offense. He may open up a lot of things for Juju. I understand, but honestly, on any other team, Juju is a number 1. And I feel like Juju can be our number 1 down the road. He's going to have to be down the road because there's no way we don't sign him, and when Antonio Brown either retires or leaves, he's going to have to be our number 1. And I feel like he can be our number 1 right now.
Yeah, really.
After the season he had, after the Pro Bowl snub season he had, I mean, I would not mind making him a number 1. And with James Washington coming to his own late in the season.
And getting more development, you know, the guy could be an absolute fucking stud.
And then you got Ryan Switzer finally with a team. You know, he's been passed around like a fucking blunt ever since coming into the league. Now he's with a team to finally learn the playbook effectively and memorize it. He could come in as a very nice slot guy possibly. Resign Eli Rogers, would not mind having him back as a slot guy. And then in the second round, we can go wide receiver, which we'll get into. But because we trade Antonio Brown for the 4th overall pick, we get 2 first-round picks because we keep our original pick, which is the 20th overall pick. And with that pick, we select DeAndre Baker, cornerback out of Georgia.
This guy is a shutdown corner that we desperately need.
Yes,
although we suck at developing corners, that's like the worst position that we can ever fucking do.
Right.
DeAndre Baker is something special. The guy's got height. The guy's got speed. His coverage ability is out of this fucking world. DeAndre Baker is a fucking stud. He's going to be a beast in the league no matter what team he goes to. And I'm hoping it's Pittsburgh. I am really hoping it's Pittsburgh.
Right. Now, depending on if he falls to 20, it's possible. You know, there's a few pretty good corners in the draft that could be considered ahead of him. That could be considered better than him. Gritty Williams is one of them. There's not really too many teams that speak to me right now that really need corners. We're definitely one of them, obviously. I can see him falling totally.
I mean, no one would have thought that Mika Fitzpatrick and Derwin James would have fallen down so far, like they did.
Yeah.
Like how they've done for their respective teams.
Exactly. And by the way, I am still pissed that we didn't trade up for Derwin James.
Oh, yeah.
I know we don't trade up. I mean, come on, man. Like, really?
Yeah, but nonetheless, DeAndre Baker, the guy's going to be a stud no matter what team he goes to. Hopefully it's Pittsburgh, but for 20th overall pick, if we do get him, I'm going to be fucking ecstatic.
Yeah, he's someone that can step in day one, be opposite of Joe Hayden, be an absolute upgrade from Artie Burns and Kai Sensball. Seriously.
Without a doubt. He's a guy that can really fix that secondary.
Yes, exactly. Now, if he's not there, maybe we go after Amani Oruwariye from Penn State. I can't remember who it was, man. I want to give a huge shout out to I can't remember who it was. I remember we were having this discussion a few weeks back, and he pointed this out to me, man. We could possibly draft Amani Oruwariye from Penn State. And yes, we do suck at developing corners, but because our defensive backs coach Tom Bradley was from Penn State, and Oruwariye is from Penn State, that could be a perfect fucking mix for him. So if Baker isn't there, maybe we go after him.
Which I would love. I would love DeAndre Baker or Amani Oruwariye.
Seriously, but if Baker's there, I think he's a no-brainer.
Oh, without a doubt.
Seriously, we need to fix the cornerback position with the first two picks, with the first two first round, or with the first. With the 2 first-round picks, excuse me,
Damn.
we go get the 2 top positions that we need to fix on this defense. And like I said, defense wins championships, and these 2 players will be impactful players that can force turnovers, that can make stops, and that could be the future of this fucking squad.
Without a doubt.
Seriously. In the second round, the Pittsburgh Steelers select N'Keal Harry, wide receiver out of Arizona State. This guy is very tall. He has a lot of explosiveness. He is 6'4", I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. He does not have too much speed to him. He could work on that a little bit, but he does have some very insane, impressive hands. The way he concentrates and adjusts to the ball is out of this world. You know, his hands are very strong. His route running is pretty good. I love his height. He can be a great red zone threat. Mm-hmm. Like I said, he has strong hands, very trusted hands, and we all know Ben loves tall receivers, man.
And if you ask me, this guy really reminds me a lot of Anquan Boldin.
I agree completely.
Height. Is not really a speedy guy, but his catching ability and his concentration to the ball is phenomenal.
Absolutely. It really is, man. And this guy could be a perfect replacement for Antonio Brown. Step in, 6'4" dude outside. You know, Ben will absolutely love that. He loves tall receivers. And N'Keal Harry is, in my opinion, one of the best receivers in this draft.
Arguably, yeah.
Now, could he fall to the second round? It's very possible. You know, you got guys like A.J. Brown, obviously, in front of him. Maybe Deebo Samuel. Maybe, what's his name? Marquise Brown from, he's AB's cousin from Oklahoma. Who else is there?
Receivers like that in general.
Right. You know, there's some receivers ahead of him that could allow him to fall, and there's not really too many teams that speak out to me that really need wide receiver outside of maybe the Bills, maybe the Jets, maybe the Cardinals, and if we trade Antonio Brown, maybe us. So, you know, there's not really too many teams that speak out to me that really need wide receivers. So N'Keal Harry dropping could be very possible. And there's so much talent in this draft that many players could end up falling. N'Keal Harry could be the perfect guy to fall to us in the second round to replace Antonio Brown.
Yeah, exactly.
In my opinion, man. I mean, he's got great height, red zone threat, trusted hands. Ben loves tall receivers, man. Work on the speed a little bit. This guy could be a nightmare.
Without a doubt.
Seriously.
Without a doubt.
So.
Now in the third round, and by the title, as you can tell, it's a third-round mock. For the third round, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Sutton Smith, linebacker from Northern Illinois.
Yeah, I'm going to come out and say it. You know, I've been back and forth on this all year, but it's really conclusive to me now. I just don't trust Bud Dupree. I don't.
How can you? He's been consistent all of his career.
There's nothing about him that speaks out. He can barely get to the quarterback. I don't know how many sacks he has on the season.
5.5.
I mean, there had been a few plays where he's been held and some face masks and stuff like that prevented him from getting sacks. He could have a total of maybe 8 and 9, but he's just not. I just wasn't impressed from him this year, man. You look at T.J. Watt on the opposite side, man. He is a fucking baller, man. He is one of the few players from this defense that came to the ball all year. And then you look on the opposite side of him. You look at Bud Dupree. You can easily tell he is incredibly inferior. It is sad. This guy was a first-round pick, and this guy's incredibly inferior to a much less experienced, much younger talent.
Exactly. And with the way he's been playing, the fact that he's going to possibly be making $9 million.
I don't know if we can afford that. Because we exercised his fifth-year option. I believe he'd be making $9 million next year. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm sorry, but $9 million for a mediocre Bud Dupree, that's ridiculous.
Right.
That really is. And a guy like Sutton Smith, who can, in my opinion, easily replace him. He's more consistent. He's more powerful. He's not as fast, but he is a very explosive fucking player.
He is. He's got some speed to him. He's got a lot of strength to him, a lot of explosiveness. The way he comes off the edge is very fast and savage. He can definitely get to the quarterback. He can definitely stop the run. His tackles for loss is impressive. The way he gets to the quarterback is mind-blowing. Him and Watt on each side, man, that could bring that. Honestly, just thinking about it now brings back flashbacks of Harrison and Woodley, man.
Well,
I would love to see something like that again, man.
And just imagine Sutton Smith and T.J. Watt.
Yeah.
Offensive linemen would be pissing their pants.
Yes. I mean, you look at Sutton Smith's film, man, and this guy is a stud. This guy is a fucking baller, man. He comes to play every week, man. And adding him to this pass rush, opposite T.J. Watt, what a fucking pass rush you got there, man.
Exactly.
You got Sutton Smith. You got T.J. Watt. You got Vince Williams because he can come down the blitz. You got Cam Hayward. You got Javon Hargrave, who had a very impressive year. And you got Stephon Tuitt, man. What a fucking front seven. What a defensive line, man. If you had Devon White to split reps with John Bostic in there
that is an unstoppable front seven. And
then you got DeAndre Baker on the opposite of Joe Hayden, and hopefully we resign Mike Hilton. And then you got N'Keal Harry to replace AB, and him and Juju just balling together.
You're looking at a fine-ass fucking team.
You are. Now, the possibility of that happening, very possible in my opinion, but I mean, at the same time, knowing this team, knowing this ownership, knowing our mentality.
Yeah, but you know the old saying, crazy shit has happened in the NFL. Anything can happen.
It has.
It's not out of the realm of possibility, but this is, it's very possible.
It is. You guys may disagree with us trading Antonio Brown, but we have developed wide receivers, immensely and crazy throughout our entire existence of this franchise, man. Antonio Brown, yes. Would it suck losing them? Would it hurt our offense? Would it kind of tone it down a little bit? Could it possibly affect Juju? Could it possibly affect Ben? Could it really hurt this offense? Could it, really affect this team as a whole? Possibly, yes. But defense wins championships, and we can easily replace Antonio Brown.
Exactly.
Seriously. I mean, that's just my honest opinion. Do I want to see him go? Kinda. I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I kind of want him to because of his drama, but I kind of don't because he's obviously an explosive player, and I still think he's the best wide receiver in the league. But I think that Mike Mayock and John Gruden would definitely enjoy and love to have Antonio Brown on the Raiders.
Right.
So, it's something that we could definitely consider. Will it become a reality? Time will tell, man. But anyway, guys, that's our 3-round mock. Give us your guys' thoughts in the comments below, man. You can definitely expect more mock drafts, obviously, throughout the offseason. And we should have a Q&A announcement vet out pretty soon, so look forward to that. Otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed. Give us your thoughts, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Signing out.
Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later.
Peace!
Happy New Year, folks.